All right, traders and hodlers, is this the Bitcoin market cycle top? Well, guys, there's this particular chart which is floating all across the crypto Twitter. To be honest with you, and since the past week, I've been looking at the chart again and again. And guys, this was it. I was like, all right, let's just try to dig deep into this, and let's just try to formulate a lot more things which are happening in the space apart from the price action itself, guys. So we do have a lot to talk about in this video. Now I'm not going to be mentioning as to who specifically was posting that particular chart, guys. I do not mean to cause any disrespect to anybody. Everybody is entitled to have their own opinions. Most likely there is somebody out there who's probably thinking that this is the market cycle top, and most likely somebody is building a huge short position on Bitcoin, probably thinking that, all right, Bitcoin is going to go to zero from these prices. maybe if you think like that, good for you. Most likely, if the situation actually plays out for you, well and good. But guys, we have a lot to talk about just to cancel out this entire theory, because this is most certainly not the BTC market top. We are most certainly not even halfway through the crypto market bull cycle, guys. Wait and watch the information coming from this channel. First up, we have the BLX index, and this is the particular trend line I'm talking about, which I keep on constantly looking at on so many fucking crypto Twitter accounts, guys. This is madness, right? So everybody's like, oh, we topped here. All right, no, this is the market cycle top. This is over. Well, fuck you, because you can simply go ahead and do something like this, right? And you can readjust it, readjust right here, and then you can do something like this as well. And then the targets, the targets are at 200,000 back. Look, guys, this is why most of the charts which are trying to predict the extremities of the futures are absolute bullshit. Right? Let me be very frank and honest to you. If you're charting out on the macroeconomics of an asset which is harder than your own fiat currency, you cannot. You simply can't do that until you just, all right, until the market just completely gets so exuberant that everybody and their grandmothers is talking about Bitcoin and investments, and blockchain is at 100% adoption, and so on, something like that. Then you can maybe think about that. And guys, look, if you see any technology which is better than blockchain technology in terms of financials, guys, it could be quantum computing right now, but it's not there out in the mainstream, right? Something which is out there in the mainstream is the blockchain, right? Is blockchain. So until and unless there is yet another human revolution coming in the space which is different from the fucking blockchain itself, guys, it's very difficult to talk about extreme market cycle tops, and it is very difficult to think about the fact that Bitcoin will go to zero. Look at this fucking piece of chart right here, guys. What the, guys, this is coming from 2 cents, got traded at 2 cents. Where are we standing at right now? Still, you think that everybody? Oh, okay. I should just stop it. I should just stop with the ramble, because, guys, these people who think that Bitcoin is going to go to zero were everywhere, guys. They were here as well, guys. All right. Now, this is a point where you could have thought about it in a little. To be honest with you, factual manner, guys, because the only exchange in this entire crypto space at that time, Mt. Gox, it got fucked, it got hacked. So many BTC just left the exchange just like that. And guys, you had absolute no price support when it was trading right there, so it could have gone to zero. And guys, well, to be honest with you, there is one more thing which happened right here in this price action, guys. Okay, all right. So Bitcoin's value in these exchanges can go to zero. Now, don't get me wrong here. Listen to me very, very precisely. On these exchanges, the price of Bitcoin can go to zero if that particular exchange has no buy order at those levels, right? Guys, this is why this is something which happened back here as well. Believe it or not, Bitcoin was about to go to zero in these areas. It happened right in front of my eyes. I had my BitMEX chart. I had my BitMEX account opened up. I had my Bitfinex account opened up. Guys, Bitfinex was the only exchange which actually held the price action properly. I had so many derivative accounts opened up. I had Deribit also opened up. And guys, I was watching as the capitulation was taking place. Holy crap, guys. Look, had BitMEX not halted the fucking BTC trading, guys, it would have gone to zero on BitMEX. That is what would have happened. Only on one single exchange, But now here comes the problem. Now, BitMEX, for example, the index price of Bitcoin on BitMEX goes to zero. Now there are so many other synthetic exchanges which are trying to derive the price from BitMEX. That is why they will also go to zero. Guys, this is just a chain reaction. This is just a chain event. Whereas, contrary to this entire situation, if you simply talk about the OTC desks, if you talk about the trade which is happening beyond these exchanges, guys, no fucking way BTC can go to zero. No way. Guys, look, if you want to sell your BTC below $1, I'm going to buy your entire supply. That's what. Most of the people sitting in the space are like that. That is why this thing can't go to zero. And alright, this is such a bullshit conversation onto these price points right here. It is happening only because somebody drew this entire moldable, squeezable piece of trend line like this, and somebody has been very cocky about the fact that we are going to go to zero from these price points. The market is going to capitulate and shit like that. Guys, could that happen? Maybe it could happen down, like extremely less likely. That is what I would like to say. Extremely less likely that we are getting into a bear market from these price points. But the only thing which markets have taught me, specifically coming from this particular dump right here, is that anything can happen at any times in these markets, right? What is likely and what is not likely is something up to you that you have to determine on your own, guys, on your own. So some people, somebody coming out on Twitter just posting chart like that, oh, we are fucked, we are doomed, this is the end, like this is going to go to back again at 20,000, 10,000. Guys, chill the fuck out. You just simply go ahead and make this line and do something like this. Alright, they'll shut up. Alright, guys, look, the conversation, the argument about that thing is over. Bitcoin is not going to zero. This is not the market cycle top. Now, I'm going to be backing these facts by some more charts, to be honest with you. But before that, let's jump onto this important piece of price action, this important piece of information right here, guys. What I want to show to you is the daily network, the daily active. Why the hell is not working, man? Holy shit. Every single time I got something interesting to show, my internet would simply go ahead and give up, guys. Holy crap. Now this would take, I don't know how many gigantic enormous amount of years to... Okay, we're going to be taking a look at this at the end of the video. Next up, we have this simple, beautiful looking chart of the price action coming from the inception of the BTC price action itself, guys. We're standing at 60k right here. What is yet another fact which tells us that we are not currently formulating a market top is the accumulation and the distribution indicator, guys. Now this is pretty much similar to this price action, to be honest with you. The general trend is something like that. And guys, if we just look at the price action and we compare this entire range which happened throughout 2018, guys, I don't know how many amount of billions got liquidated in this down run, and shorts got liquidated in this up run, and then the longs got liquidated back again in this down move. Whereas Bitcoin was simply under accumulation, guys. Bitcoin was simply under accumulation. Holy crap. If this thing does not give you goosebumps, I don't know what the fuck is going to give you goosebumps, guys. If you're involved in this market, these are the facts which are actually absolutely spine fucking chilling, man. This is crazy, right? This entire 70% down range and this 300% up move, then back again 50% down move. Guys, look, you were under accumulation in the macro, in the long time frame. Now, if somebody comes at you and tells you that Bitcoin is going to go to zero, guys, look, do not react. What a fucking hypocrite I am, right? I fucking reacted to this entire fucking piece of price action in the starting of the video. Now I'm like, don't react, guys. Look, don't react. You learn from others' mistake, right? Do not react, because this simple indicator right here, the accumulation distribution indicator, is going to be telling of the most significant facts as a whole in the space, guys. As you know, most of the price action happening in your favorite shitcoin is defined by the trend which is happening on Bitcoin, guys. Had Bitcoin not been this bullish, most likely all altcoins would have not been pumping in the space like this. Most of the altcoins would have not even, most of the altcoin hodlers would not even have thought of 500-600% gains in 124-hour cycle. But guys, this is what happens when Bitcoin gets extremely fucking bullish above the previous all-time highs. Something like this happened back here, guys. And the situation was similar. Accumulation distribution indicator had just started picking up, guys. It broke the all-time high, and there was just a parabolic piece of price action beyond that, right? Guys, after this area of accumulation, we are still projected to the upside, and the trend on the weekly time frame is still to the upside. Now, if you see this one curling to the downside and breaking this entire accumulation range, guys, then you can talk about Bitcoin going back below to 20,000 or something like that. Until then, this is completely fucking bullish posture, guys. This is completely fine. BTC is completely fine on these levels as well. All right, guys. Now, next piece of analysis we have is the 350 DMA. The 350 DMA, this indicator is something which I have been talking about in the long-term analysis on any BTC price action that I do, guys. We will be taking a look at one extremely bearish argument as well in the next chart. But before that, guys, check this one out. Now, these lines are moving average projections determined by the current trend, by the current moving averages, right? They are just simple projections which are based off on Fibonacci sequences. Fibonacci sequences, right? Moving averages based on Fibonacci sequences, projecting your upside range and your downside range as well. This is what this indicator does, guys. Here you go, Bitcoin 350 DMA, right? This one is available for free. You can do your own due diligence right here. You can go ahead and conclude on your own. You can use your own brains basically onto this entire indicator right here. But guys, check this one out. You can argue about the fact that you can start taking some macro profits when we come close and we start closing a few candles above this last blue line right here, guys. This one happened again and again, right here, right here, right here. All of these points were tops in the market, right here. This one being a major top right here, right? And guys, this means that most likely you should put some chunk out of the money and be on the stable side, right? Beyond the fucking stable coins. This is what I mean, right? Now, what is happening right now? What is happening right here is that we are now. This is pretty choppy. This indicator is pretty heavy. It looks like. All right, guys. This is what is happening. We are below this purple line, and your exponential last leg run up is about to happen. Is yet to take place. It is yet to take place. Most likely, this piece of price action right here can be compared with something like this right here, right below the previous all-time highs when we were going sideways for about a month or something below the 20k levels, guys. Now, this price action is looking quite similar to me, and the activities, everything, so many things, so many factors pointing out towards the fact that this breakout right here could be something like this breakout. And guys, that is when we start taking profits around the 100k, 120k. Guys, this is not a bearish video, but I do expect and I do feel that a huge chunk of liquidity will exit the Bitcoin markets onto the $100,000 levels, guys. Look, let's talk about some rational facts. Let's talk about some rationality, right? Somebody holding BTC from these price points, selling at 100k, guys, that's a good fucking trade. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it comes to the fact that how much money did you make? Why, guys, nobody is gonna ask you at the end of the day, were you right or were you wrong? Guys, everybody's gonna ask you that, did you make money or not? Like, all right, even if nobody asks, you know what is right. You fucking know what is right. Making money or being right, you decide for yourself, right? This is why somebody entering this space right at the $4,000 levels, or hell, even this accumulation range right here, guys, 100k is a perfect take profit, to be honest with you, just in terms of psychological take profit area, guys. Now, that accumulation range resolved to fucking 100k, giving a 2000% returns on your investment. Now, guys, who the hell would stop taking profits from these levels, guys? Now that, as simple as it can get, right? So nothing would stop anybody to take profits onto these levels, right? This is why I think 100k would be your midterm top. Now, what do I mean by midterm top? Something like this, guys. Something like, now, who am I to sit like and circle my mouse like this and tell you that this is what is going to happen? No, this is just speculation. This is something which could repeat, guys, as this run right here is quite similar to this one right here, guys. Look, the price action, the market dynamics, the market behavior, the amount of fucking FOMO in the space, guys. Something like this. I mean, this is what happens when you create extreme supply shock and there is so much FOMO. So there is no supply at all to fulfill anybody's demands, guys. This is what happens. This is how you fucking rip to the upside like madness. This is what happened again. So this is why this piece of price action right here, you can't compare it with this one. Although you can take some data points and some kind of market participants' behavior onto these levels, and you can quite create a lot of arguments that there are a lot of things which are aligning with this price action as well in terms of the market participants' behavior right here. But the ultimate thing is the supply shock which caused right here, guys. This is crazy supply shock. This is madness. You're not stopping. You do not want to consolidate. This is why you will blow off top. This is why you will go for that blow off top. One final blow, something like this right here, and then you will just you'll go sideways and get into some kind of reaccumulation for a very long time, then make your eventual next move to the upside, probably towards 200k, 300k or something like that, right? But guys, I think that your midterm top is going to be happening somewhere around $120,000 per Bitcoin. A lot of profit taking will cause that. And guys, one volatile candle in the weekly time frame is going to create a lot of ruckus in a lot of people's brains. That is why the way you dollar cost average into Bitcoin, you dollar cost average out of Bitcoin as well, guys. Look, be rational in life. This is not the only thing which is going to be there. There are other opportunities as well in this world, guys, to be honest with you. There is real estate. There are so many commercial projects as well, guys. Anything related to land, get into the real estate world. It is just ever expanding. It will just keep on growing as well, guys, and way safer than cryptocurrencies. And guys, look, the speed in which the liquidity enters the Bitcoin space, it can exit in the same speed, guys. Remember, now these things are coming from the bear market, right? I was figuring out things like how the market dynamics are actually existing and how these things are actually working, to be honest with you. Guys, whenever there is a catastrophic event, whenever there is a completely unpredictable event as a whole, as a global situation, to be honest with you, just like the COVID pandemic, right? The asset which is the most liquid and which is the most easiest to sell off in the market will go down first. This is what happened here, guys. Liquidity exiting, like, guys, look, it was pretty simple to dump your Bitcoin in the market and just go for some stable coins. That is why this was accelerated to the downside, guys. You can just like do this and you are out of Bitcoin, right? Whereas if you talk about gold, if you talk about real estate, if you talk about commodities as well for that matter, guys, the liquidity takes time to exit. It takes time. You have to create your contracts. You have to settle your contracts. If you have some future positions, you have to settle that one out. In your real estate situation, there is a multiple series of events which happen until you are finally able to sell that thing off for hard cash, right? This is why the way the liquidity is entering the space, guys, it will be very fast, like the way the liquidity will exit the space as well, right? We have to be rationally level-headed, guys. Look, let's be very honest right here. World is working in stable coins right now. World is not working on top of BTC right now. Although Bitcoin standard, we are right there, but there is going to be a lot of turbulence down the line, guys. You think governments are going to allow you to do that? No, it's not. It's not going to work like that. You think governments will allow cryptocurrencies and decentralized assets to take all the financial power? Look, guys, it could happen if there is no stopping. If everybody becomes pro Bitcoin and something, if all the governments start to just stacking up their reserves in BTC as well, then we can talk about $1 billion Bitcoin, something like that. But until everything is favorable, until basically Bitcoin has no enemies, to be honest with you, you have to be level-headed, you have to be rational, and you have to live a life as well, to be honest with you, guys. All right, last chart, we have the most bearish chart for the day. And guys, look, this does not mean that we are at the cycle of, but this is pi cycle indicator right here. And guys, check out what happened. Now what generally happens is these two moving averages are your key indicators right here. This is where the yellow moving average takes over the green moving average right here, and this creates your cycle top, right? This is what happened right here after a crazy leg to the upside. Now guys, this single leg move to the upside was about 1700% in one single go, right? And then as soon as you saw this cross right here, the market topped, right? All right, so back here again during the second pump out of this entire accumulation range right here, guys, look what happened. Your moving averages crossed right at the top, right? Causing some catastrophic damage for a very long amount of time, right? And this was particularly your bear market, your biggest lasting bear market. This one was a bear market as well, to be honest with you, bigger than this, to be honest with you, but this was way more catastrophic, right? All right, guys, now check this one out again. You crossed right here, yet another cycle top. Holy crap! I mean, I gotta give this one to this indicator, man. Calling out tops 3 times in a row to the T, guys. Where are we right now? Right? We are almost there at the cross, guys. We are almost just there. All right, guys, that does not mean that this is your only indicator which is going to tell you that the market is going to top out on these levels, guys. There are so many other things that you have to combine with. And guys, look, most likely your indices, your higher indices, your stock markets will give you early signs. The markets which have more participants, the hedge funds, all the capital guys where there is way more exposure in the crypto markets are going to give you early indicators. Most likely Bitcoin will also give early indicators by being extremely volatile. But guys, I do expect that the market cycle top takes place, formulates itself, gives like look guys, it's a give and take of about a month or so. Then you eventually formulate your market top, right? So we will be having enormous amount of time just to figure out whether this price action is it actually formulating into a market top or not. We will have time for that. Probably will be range bound between the weekly 21 stable moving average and most likely the $60,000 levels. If we are unable to break out of this range right here, guys, which we are doing again in a weekend, I think we're going to come back down again to this, to be honest with you, 59,000 regions back again. But if we continue to the upside from these price points, guys, this would look like a legitimate breakout in the small time frames, right? This would look like something like that. And your initial target is going to be somewhere around 68, 69K. Then we can talk about further price action appreciation to the upside. But guys, this is what you have to be vigilant about. This is why, guys, look, 100K BTC is not that far from these levels, guys. 100K BTC is just yet another, guys, 80% move, guys. What the hell is 80%? You sneeze and other asset moves by 80% in the market in one single day, guys. This is what 80% is these days, right? So 80% up move is not that far on BTC. So this is why time to be vigilant. That is all. Not to worry, just to be vigilant. What do I mean by that? I just mean that you got to be attentive if you are in the crypto space with your entire savings. If literally everything, all of your money is there in cryptocurrencies, guys, which is a total devastatingly bad decision, to be honest with you. If you have your capital entirely in crypto markets, it's just poor capital management. It's poor capital management, guys. As simple as that, right? But the point of this entire video, guys, coming from that argument which I just simply cancelled out, that you can draw lines in any manner, guys, you have to be rational in these levels, as 100K is not that far. Once we get to 100K, market dynamics will shift, guys. It will shift. Watch everybody talking about Bitcoin, and that is most likely going to be the most important profit taking areas. Alright, guys, all right. I rambled a lot in this video, guys. If you think that this video was helpful, leave that like and leave a comment down below as to what you think about the cryptocurrency market cycle top, and let me know where your analysis leads you towards in terms of calculating these market tops, right, guys? It'd be very interesting to see what you guys think. All right, I'm going to be catching you guys on the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.